Hare Krishna. Fortunately, over a period of time, some of the teenagers have started joining our programs and they are part of our Shining Star classes. So at times the student comes to us and they usually ask a very standard question that how do we balance the spirituality and education together? So how do we deal with it? So in this video, we are going to share some of the tips which are relevant, helpful, meaningful for the students who are willing to practice spirituality from the young age in their life. So we are going to discuss it with the mnemonic. So it has 4 words: CHAT. Chat. It's quite common. We can easily remember this word, and we'll be discussing 4 different tips that can be helpful to you if you are willing to practice spirituality as a part of your day-to-day life being a student. First, C stands for connection. As we are practicing spirituality and we are also pursuing our education, we need to learn to connect them together. That means we need to look for a common purpose between both of them. So as we know that the better we are in our studies, we'll be able to gain good education. And the good education means that over a period of time, if we want to do some contribution in the society by spreading the spiritual message amongst people, then at times people do recognize, okay, yeah, this person is educated, this person is learned, I should listen from him. So likewise, in my case, from the beginning of my days, I always had this aspiration that, okay, I want to help others with the spiritual knowledge, but in order to enable me to do that, I need to have good education. If I will not have good education, maybe people won't even listen to me. And even if I talk about my family will not support in my spiritual pursuits if I'm not focusing on my education from the beginning. So this was first thing which I always followed from the beginning, and I request all those students to continue to follow that in their life so that they can connect the spirituality and their professional pursuits together. And it will be beneficial for others also. You'll be able to do some valuable contribution in the society. People will recognize you. People will understand that yes, he is not just an ordinary person. He has spent good amount of time in gaining education, and in parallel, he has been pursuing spirituality. So we become a good example for the society. So first is connection, remember. The second one is help. Now when we talk about help, means taking help, or in other words, we can seek assistance or guidance from people who have actually practiced spirituality when they were student, because they do have their own experiences to share. They also must have balanced it together. They must have also gone through a lot of challenges in balancing the studies and spirituality. So it's always good to learn from the experience of others. Talk to them, ask questions, share your problems, seek guidance, be submissive, be ready to listen what they say. So it's like taking help or assistance from the experienced people who have already spent good amount of time in their life in pursuing spirituality along with their academics. So it's like for me, I have been practicing spirituality for about 24 years now, and when I was in 12th class, that time I started, and since then I continuously focused on gaining my education as well as I continued my path on the spirituality. So it gave me a good momentum, good learning, good experience over a period of time. So this is help, take help. Then the third one is A, CHA. Now what does the A talks about? A is very simple. A is talking about association. Now, association also can be divided in two parts. One is that we have to seek right association of the people who basically inspires us on the path of spirituality and who basically are themselves also engaged in studies. So they can motivate us to continue in the same direction. And another important part is that we should not associate with students who are not into spirituality. Then you might have a question, who will be our friend? How we will learn things? How we will grow academically? We can deal with them, we can talk to them, we can interact with them, but it's like in the selfish capacity. As soon as finish your business, deal with them in a limited spirit. Don't spend too much of the time. Have interaction only for the purpose of academics. Don't get into more intimate, private, personal or discussions at the friendship level. To the extent, do the needful. Don't get yourself engrossed with their mentality. So this is A. Taking good association, getting rid of bad association. Then you will be able to stay focused and you will be able to balance, because you will be able to gain time for pursuing both things together. The third point, and the fourth and the last one is the most important. In fact, it is T. Now what is T? T is for time. So T is for time. That means avyarth kalatvam. We all have a time and it is only 24 hours for every one of us. Whether you are a student or I am into my business, for everyone the time is just 24 hours. Now if someone tells you, okay, you have to focus on spirituality also, in parallel you have to focus on your education also, you may say it's very, very difficult, I do not have time. So in that case, you have to start curtailing down your time onto the things which are not really needed. It can be a part of your time that you are simply wasting in doing things which are not relevant to your life. So stop putting your time and energy onto those activities. In other words, use your time wisely. Or in other words, prioritize your life. What is really essential for you? And basis that priority, use your time, engage your time on those priority initiatives. So it's your life. You have to make that decision. You have to decide your priorities. You have to set the boundaries. So in this video, we discuss the 4 points that you can apply as a student in your life, and you can learn to balance the spirituality and your academics through this process. The first is C. C stands for connection. H stands for help, taking assistance from others. A stands for association, with whom to associate, how much to associate, and with whom we should not associate. And the last one is time. Remember, my friends, time is the most precious thing in this world. We must learn to use it wisely. So Chanakya Pandit gives a very interesting message on the time factor. He says that you may spend the money of the entire world, but you may not be able to bring back a single second of your life, because it cannot come back. Once the time is gone, it is not coming back to you. No one can take back the time. No one can purchase the time. No one has the power to do it. So be wise when you use time of your life. Thank you very much. Stay connected. Hare Krishna.